get on the field first. And here we go. We're underway. Beautiful morning here in Champaign for football as the kickoff goes through the end zone for the touchback, and out to the 25-yard line it goes. Here comes Jack Cohn. We've talked about Jonathan Taylor and where he's going, but look at Jack Cohn over the last 8 starts. A 74% completion percentage, an 8-0 record, 11 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions.
Kevin, Jack Cohn played the best game of the season, maybe his career last week. The consistency out of this quarterback will determine how far they go this season.
We got the chance to meet with Jack and his parents briefly last night.
Yep.
That's a very excited family about what their son Jack is doing, and they should be excited. On first down, Jonathan Taylor, over 5,000 career yards and padding the stats to the 41-yard line. Nate Hobbs on the tackle, and the Taylorometer is now gone.
Just going to say, so much for the Taylorometer. That went out the window.
Nope, there it is, right there.
There you go. 50-12. See you later. I liked it as the Taylometer.
Taylometer? Yeah. We had a big argument the last couple of weeks about how we would pronounce it. Taylorometer, you'll never see it again. We knew you well. On first down, Jonathan Taylor, now over 5,000 career rushing yards. Gets 2 more, 2nd and 8. And the starting lineup for the Wisconsin Badgers, they're changing things up a little bit in that offensive line. Jason Erdman just a bit dinged up, so we're going to see both Caden Lyles and David Moorman at the left guard spot today. We'll see plenty of Jonathan Taylor. Quintez Cephas, multiple receptions in 15 of his last 16 games. A.J. Taylor in motion. Jonathan Taylor with a carry, a little hurdle, and Taylor down to the 46 in the arms of Jamal Milan.
This is exactly where Lovie Smith wanted this defense to get this offense. They want to take Taylor. You see him, he's going out of the game. Want him out of the game. They want it in 3rd and manageable. 3rd and manageable right now is 3rd and 5 for this defense. Now they can match this thing up, and they put it back on Cohn. And so the battle cry for Wisconsin, against Wisconsin, will be the same every week for the rest of the year. Make Jack Cohn beat you. Let's see if he responds. Going man.
3rd and 5. Cohn to the air. Taylor with a catch. First down, Wisconsin to the Illinois 44.
Point Jack Cohn.
Yep.
So they went man-to-man coverage, and all he's going to do, because he has protection, he's able to stand back there and watch this route. It's not a difficult route. He's trying to take away the outside, and he's leveraged. So you just use the leverage against him, come back underneath.
You mentioned the word protection. That line has only allowed 8 sacks all season long. Groshek stays in at tailback on first down. Cohn, the swing to Davis, and Danny Davis with another Wisconsin first down. Milo Eifler pushing him out of bounds. For Illinois defensively, they've been on the field a ton this year. Over 32 minutes that defense has had to play in each game. The defensive line's been strong, and Jake Hansen, you'll hear his name a ton throughout the game today. The nation's leader in forced fumbles with 5. That secondary gets a revamp. Tony Adams, who's been a safety, playing at corner today for Lovie Smith's defense. And Taylor wrapped up by Calvin Avery as he gets to the 27-yard line.
Kevin, this Illinois defense, they're down people. This is a pretty good front 7. They just get worn out. So what you'll see is an attacking group. And you'll see predominantly they want to play mostly a cover 2. But in games like this, they'll match up. And so give you a lot of single high guys and man-to-man coverage, which is what they look like they're going to do right now. They can't give up numbers in the box, so Taylor can beat you.
Draw play to Taylor, having to spin immediately, and Jake Hansen is there to pull him down. No gain on the play.
Jake Hansen.
Batiku is in the backfield. Excuse me, man.
You saw Hansen in the backfield because they brought him. And so what it is, here they're going to run a draw, and they already brought it. All eyes were on 23. And again, they're in a position where they want to be. 3rd and manageable for this for the offense, but it's third and 7 yards. This is someplace where Lovey wants to get off the field rather.
Badgers empty on third down, 4-man rush. Cone over the middle. He saw him late, and he found Quintez Cephas for the first down.
All right, that's another good job by Cone. Watch, he's hasn't played a lot, but he does all the things well. First of all, watch his eyes. Downfield where he wants to go. Now on the move. Eyes still downfield. So he wants to throw the ball. He doesn't want to run the ball, but he'll run it if he has to.
How hard is it, Matt, for a young quarterback to keep his eyes downfield and not on that rush?
It's really difficult to do. That takes good discipline, and that's what he is.
Davis in motion. Groshek gets the carry. And Groshek not much there. Dele Harding finished him off. Jamal Milan with good penetration as well.
Milan's one of those guys you're going to see at the next level. He's a good football player. Number 55. Just a big physical guy. He'll take a gap, and if he thinks he can make it, he'll take it. And that's a sign of a good football player, is to maintain the consistency of the scheme and the discipline of scheme, and then when you think you can take it, you've got to make it.
10th play of the drive coming up. Typical Wisconsin drive to start a ball game. Cone, and that one a little wide of Kendrick Pryor. First errant pass we've seen from Jack Cone, who won't do that too often.
Tony Adams actually did a pretty good job, and so he was trying to throw the ball away because Adams had gotten a break, so he was trying to throw it away from the defender and sets up this third down.
Pretty impressive on third and fourth down. Jack Cohen's completion percentage at 81% on these critical downs. 4-man rush, Cohen over the middle, tight end Jake Ferguson with the touchdown.
That's all on Jack Cohen. They showed like they were going to bring a fifth man in the rush, and then he backed out, and it was a zone. He saw it right away before the ball was snapped. And so the weakness in this zone is the seam by the tight end, and that's exactly where he went with the ball. That is a grade A play by Jack Cohen.
4 for 5 on the drive for Cone. Each completion to a different receiver. 11-play, 75-yard drive. In other words, business as usual for the Badgers, who jump on top 7-0.
Take a good look at this. Cone sees it right away, and because it's a zone, you get the ball out as quickly as you can. Ferguson's in, 7-0 Wisconsin.
Timeout. Yeah.
Hey, B, can we show that then? Hey, Dino.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dean.
What's going on?
Oh, I was just taking a donut break and you interrupted.
No way.
Can't believe it.
No
Yeah.
way. You're not eating donuts. Some sort of granola bar or something, right? I mean, look at you.
Hey, Dino, did you move out there, or are you back east still?
No, I'm out here now, Santa Monica.
Oh, God bless you. I'm sorry about that.
But goodbye.
I'm still an East Coast guy. Yeah, I know.
See you, Dream. Yeah, so this is perfect. Here's what I'm going to tell you.
Good start for Jack Cohn and the Badgers. 4 for 5 for 51 yards on the opening touchdown drive, and it's 7-0 for 6th-ranked Wisconsin. Alongside Matt Millen with Rick Pizzo on the field, I'm Kevin Kugler back in Champaign. Awfully good start. We're going to show you how that touchdown unfolded for Wisconsin in just a moment.
What Rick Pizzo said before the game was 100% right. They're trying to show you one thing and disguise it, then they give you something else. But Cohn read it perfectly.
Dre Brown and Chase Brown back deep for Illinois. And Dre Brown with a fair catch. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go back to the touchdown. How was Ferguson so open?
Okay, so look at this. So they're showing a 5-man blitz. So there's 3 receivers to the top side. The tight end is the way to get to the middle of the coverage, although they drop the safety down and try to kick this to make it look like it's going to be 1 or 3. At the snap of the ball, he sees this guy up at the top. And this is the middle right here. And he beats the middle linebacker to it because the ball came out on about the 3rd step, and that's exceptionally well done by Jack Cohn.
So now it's time for Brandon Peters. Cleared concussion protocol, back in the lineup. And this Fighting Illini team to work from the 25-yard line. First carry for Corbin. He's in trouble, and Corbin loses 5 yards back to the 20-yard line. Reggie Pearson with the stop. And Brandon Peters, 10 passing touchdowns despite missing a game and a half. That's the most for any Illinois quarterback since Wes Lunt in 2015. They need him back out there. And there's an injured Fighting Illini player, Ricky Smalling, down on the sideline.
Yeah, and that's a big deal because Ricky Smalling's a good player. He can make plays. They need all the bullets they can have in the gun against this Wisconsin defense. You start losing guys like this in your passing game, that's tough.
We'll step aside for a quick timeout in Champaign.
This year's Grand Marshal and honorary illness is Let's get one more round of applause for this year's distinguished alumni.
Matt, you hate to see it. That's Ricky Smalling there being helped off the field, and you can see tangled up with Dante Burton when the injury occurs.
Yeah, generally, when you just stop in the middle of something popped, or he felt a weakness, and you let it go. Hopefully, the news is better than it looks.
Ricky Smalling, the Illini leader in receptions and first down receptions. That's a huge loss for Illinois in the passing game. 5-yard loss on the Corbin carry on first down brings up 2nd and 15. Here's Corbin again, and now Corbin gets it back and more. Corbin into the secondary, just tripped up at the 45. That's a 25-yard pop for Reggie Corbin and a first down.
And he's running against a loaded front. Oh, he took Chris Orr and just abused him. Orr had a shot, a clear shot, watch this, right in the hole. And that's what you're looking for as a backer. Corbin's really good. I think he's unheralded.
All play action, swing pass out to Stampley, and Dominic Stampley with a first down. Into Wisconsin territory at the 41, Jack Sanborn on the stop. Fighting Illini offense going into pace mode. An offensive line that Lovie Smith says continues to get better. Trying to protect for Brandon Peters and open some holes for Corbin, but a flag is down. This play stopped before it started.
It's going to be motion on the offense.
Prior to the ball, pass being snapped. False start, offense number 9. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Joshi Maturbebe.
That would be one you go, what's the matter, baby? You don't be offsides in that thing. Or motion, rather.
I'm just excited. I had that in the Matt Millen bingo, so I can mark that off the list. First and 15. Encouraging signs, though, for offensive coordinator Rod Smith early.
That's a nice call he had in that last one.
Corbin with positive yardage to the 43. Burrell and Rand combine on the stop. We showed you the gaudy numbers of this Badger defense at the top of the broadcast. This defensive line continuing to get better. One thing we didn't show you is the pressure this team gets on teams. 23 sacks through 6 games. They had 19 all of last year. Peters with a clean pocket there, and the pass incomplete off the hands of Imatorbhebhe. Dante Burton, the freshman starting corner for the Badgers, on the coverage.
So the coverage by Burton's pretty good, but Imatorbhebhe has to make that call. That catch, rather. I mean, in games like this where you're going against a defense that has the upper hand, especially schematically, you can make no mistakes. So dropping the ball, especially for a kid who's as good as him, you can't do that. Pressure coming. Here it comes.
Peters in trouble. Peters is sacked. Zach Vaughn and Chris Orr met at the quarterback.
He had 3 to the top side, right? And he had 1 down to the bottom. So I don't understand. You're going to see they showed this previously, right? And so they're going to bring 6 guys. You have 6, so it's 6 on 6. And so they just overloaded with numbers to the offensive left side, brought Chris Orr, so they went 4-2. You have to, that's an easy one to adjust to.
Jack Dunn and Danny Davis back awaiting the punt, and this one is going to be killed at about the 2-yard line. Excellent work by Blake Hayes.
Looks like straight man.
Nobody open, Cone in trouble, and there's Batiku. Gets the sack, give an assist to the downfield coverage.
I would look at it the other way. I'd say give Batiku the assist because the coverage was phenomenal. Watch how he looks the whole field over. He sees Ferguson right at the end, but he can't get the ball out, and that's when Batiku comes. Great coverage and allowed Batiku to be able to get there.
So the Illinois defense does its job, and the Illinois offense should have excellent field position. Jordan Holmes at the 45, tripped up near the Wisconsin 40-yard line. Second drive, the defense pinning Wisconsin deep in their own end. They'll start now at the Badger 40-yard line. Dre Brown in the backfield next to Brandon Peters. Tough snap, and Brown able to hang on and get the first down to the 29-yard line.
Different look defensively by Wisconsin. They go with the three down lineman look, but they're running right at it. This Reggie Corbin, and Dre Brown, both these guys are really good runners.
Brown again, And Orr with the tackle near the 25-yard line. Let's take a look at the Auto Owners impact players on this side of the ball.
Well, when you take a look at what they have, it's not hard to see. You're going to see Reggie Corbin. Reggie Corbin's that offense. And in a matter of maybe, it has to be able to make all the plays.
Oh, Brown almost didn't secure that one from Peters down at the 22-yard line. Those two linebackers on the Wisconsin side will make a lot of plays,
Yeah,
man.
Zach Bond's a guy you have to keep your eye on. You have to know where he's at all the time in pass rush. And Chris Orr, he just runs the whole thing. Chris Orr is one of the smartest players in college football.
That's the guy who's providing Jim Leonard, the defensive coordinator, with all the information he needs play to play and series to series. 3rd down and 3. Peters got it away.
It's on Peters. That has nothing to do with the route. It was a good route. He came open right away. He waited. You got to let it go. You got to pull the trigger. See, as soon as he saw the break, that ball should have been in the air. Instead, he allowed the defender to be able to make a play.
He's really fortunate that Reggie Pearson only batted that ball down instead of picking it off.
Exactly right.
40-yard field goal try for James McCourt. And the field goal is no good. Illinois comes up empty with excellent field position.
Phenomenal field position, and what they did is they just boosted the confidence on the other side. You saw that defense going off. They were fired up about it. They did a great job, obviously, on 3rd down, and their defense's numbers on 3rd down are off the charts. But now they've just given a little bit of confidence back to Wisconsin.
Weeknights, our football insiders go in-depth on all the hot topics around the Big Ten and talk with the people making headlines. Don't miss the big show, weeknights on BTN and the Fox Sports app.
Make no mistake about it, this Wisconsin defense has a lot of pride, and shutouts, they're on their mind. They'll do what they have to do.
Only 4 of them this year in 6 games. What a remarkable run this defense has had. Speaking of remarkable runs, there's Jonathan Taylor, hops to the 27-yard line, and the only team in FBS that has not trailed in a game this season, the Wisconsin Badgers.
Some of the numbers that we read, we had meetings last night, we were going over everything, and some of the numbers were just ridiculous. I mean, you see the numbers every year, but not on the same team.
No. They've now outscored their opponents 159-3 in the first half. Sampson, the motion tight end. Cone on the roll. Nobody open again. Now a late toss and a terrific catch by Danny Davis.
Great catch on the backside. And you know what? By Cone, excellent patience. Really nice job. Eyes are still down the field. The ball's thrown right where it has to be, actually a little bit behind him. Catches it. Feet are both in bounds. That'd be good in the NFL. That's a heck of a play by Cone. Great catch, too.
Yeah, really good work by Danny Davis. All the way around, 2nd catch of the day for Davis. And it's 1st and 10 at the 33. Here's Taylor, weaving through traffic. And Jonathan Taylor still fighting for yardage near the 40-yard line. Give him 7 before Nate Hobbs and Sidney Brown could finally bring him down.
One of the things you don't talk about with runners, which he possesses, is great balance. And it's balance and strength that sometimes he'll take a hit and he's kind of, you think he's going to go down, but he retains his balance because he has such great kinesthetic sense. So his body part awareness is phenomenal. And he has just great balance.
Went over 5,000 career yards on his first carry. Didn't have all 5,000 on that carry. That would be a record. Little delayed handoff to Taylor, and down he goes. Really good work that time by Dele Harding.
Dele Harding's another one of those guys. He's an active guy. And that, he had to make that, because if Dele Harding doesn't make that, he's off and running. But that is a really good tackle. Came inside out, good angle, good velocity, took him right down. I said last week the most important thing in tackling is getting the guy to the ground. And it's the truth, because there's a lot of guys get good hits or they don't wrap or whatever it is, and he doesn't go down.
A.J. Taylor in motion. Third down, 5-man pressure. Cone, Cephas down the sideline. First down and more. Out of bounds at the Illinois 33.
That play brought to you by Groshek. Phenomenal job in protection. He went what's called coast to coast. You're going to watch Groshek 37. He's lined up on the right side, and he goes all the way across the formation. See him come all the way across to get the clean man. And because of that, Cone can sit in there and take his time and deliver a strike. Really gave us memories.
And heavy coats.
Exactly.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line. Badgers on the move, up 7-0 as we start this second quarter here on BTA. Play action. Cone finds Cephas, and he gets popped by Milo Eifler.
Yes, that restores my faith in football. Look at that go. This is a nice job by Cephas catching the ball and holding on to it, because that's a great hit, especially in today's football where you can't really hit anybody. They allow him to actually, he lowered his shoulder. It was perfect. Good football. I'd like to see a little bit of a wrap up there, but the main thing is you got him down.
The main thing is you got to hear the smack.
Exactly.
Second and 7 at the 29. Here's Taylor looking to get outside. A couple of Illini defenders trip themselves up, and he's out of bounds inside the 10. It'll be first and goal.
Kev, did you see that little, right in the middle of it, he had that nice little cutback right inside. Right, it's coming right there. I mean, that, and the acceleration in that little cut, that's what makes him special. Outside, outside, ooh, there it is. Few guys can do that. And he's smooth about it.
First and goal at the 7. 10 carries, 63 yards for Jonathan Taylor.
Not a bad average.
Taylor down to the 6-yard line. It'll be second and goal. Brown and Harding combine on the stop.
Daley Harding right there yet again. He's one of those guys who's always around the football. He sees things really well. I don't know how they have, what they have him reading here, but he sees the whole field. Daley Harding, good little football player. He's got good skills.
Badgers go with the freshman Nakia Watson now at tailback. 9th play of the drive. That's Cephas in motion. Cone looking for Cephas back of the end zone. He can't pull it in.
So he missed him on the first hole. He opened up right in that, right where he wanted to be, and he missed him because he was running. And then he knew it, and so he took a chance, but you see how he took the chance. He took it high to the back of the end zone where only one guy is going to make that throw. See, he was open earlier, and he missed him. And then he put it up high, so Cephas would be the only guy to be able to get it. It's an incompletion, but it's a smart incompletion.
And you see the numbers on third down today. Cone's been brilliant on third. That's been a season-long trend, over 80% on third and fourth down.
They're sitting in the zone.
It's Jonathan Taylor, and Taylor stopped at the 5. Tymir Oliver, the senior from Philadelphia, leading the way.
Nicely done by Oliver, but an even better job done by Lovie Smith. And so what you want to do is be able to keep a defense off balance. You know, run when you think it's a pass, pass when you think it's, you know, that type of thing. Well, Lovie wasn't fooled by that at all. He stayed in his zone, and then when they motioned, they didn't bump at all. They all stayed inside, expecting a run, and they got a run.
So Colin Larsh on to try from 24. Just his 7th attempt of the year. And the field goal makes it 10-0 Badgers.
But with that field position, Kevin, that's a win for the Fighting Illini.
Lovie Smith's squad going back on offense, down 10 at home. Rest of the game. And Dre Brown with the touchback to the 25-yard line. Before the action kicks off on Saturdays, Dave Revson, Jerry DiNardo, Howard Griffith, and Michelle McMahon get the excitement started. BTN Tailgate, Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern, presented by T-Mobile on BTN and the Fox Sports app. Tailgate will be in Columbus, Ohio next week. Little showdown between these Badgers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Might draw a few eyes and ears to that game.
I think that Ohio State team is NFL fast. They got a lot of guys that can run.
And movement up front going to cost Illinois 5.
False start. Offense, number 53. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Paul Chris didn't want to look ahead when we were talking with him yesterday, but you get to. What do you think?
Well, I just think this defense hasn't seen an offense like this, nor have they seen the defenses. And the main difference, really, it's not schematic. It's none of that. It's the speed at which they play. Now, I think people will be a little surprised at what Wisconsin could do to them. I don't think Ohio State's been tested yet.
Corbin in trouble in the backfield, and Corbin down at the 15-yard line in the arms of Reggie Pearson, a loss of 5 more, and Illinois in a hole.
So he could beat the first 2, but he couldn't beat 3. So, Reggie, let me tell you something. This kid is a legitimate player. This kid will play at the next level, and he'll have good success. He's got good toughness. Really, he can make you miss. He does all the things you want a back to do.
Peters to the air, quick slant, caught by Daniel Barker, the ball out. The officials blowing the whistle saying he is down. Eric Burrell with the tackle jarred that one out. Chris Orr thought he was headed to the end zone.
There's a shock. Orr's around the football again.
Right.
Chris Orr is one of those guys who's always around the ball, all the time. Just a really smart, heady player, runs that scheme up front, gets everybody on the same page. He's the guy defensive coordinator will go to say what's going on up front, how are they blocking it. He can see all that stuff and recall it. These guys are invaluable.
I think they're going to look at this one again.
The ruling on the field of a catch and down prior to fumbling the ball is under further review.
So they're going to take a look to see if he was indeed down prior to fumbling the football. They blew the whistles very quickly, so this is not going to turn into a touchdown for Chris Orr, no matter how much he'd like it to.
Well, no, they'll go back to where he got the ball if they do it.
We're going to look at it a couple different ways, but first we're going to look at it in real time. Now, in real time, it looks like he's down, and then the ball pops out. Now in slow-mo. Dean Blandino is watching along with us at our Fox Sports studios in Los Angeles. Here's a good look at it, Dean. What do you see?
Yeah, 2 things. First, is it a catch? And it does look like he has the ball long enough to do something with it. So I've got a catch. And then is he down? Looks like the right side of his body is going to hit the ground before the ball comes loose. They could, if they do determine it's a fumble, they can give the ball to Wisconsin, no advance. But I think this is going to stay where it is, Illinois' ball at that spot.
I think Dean's right. I hate to say that.
I know. If only people could see the cringe that comes on your face when you agree with Dean. They're continuing to look at this one. It was Daniel Barker who made the catch. It's his 10th catch of the year, assuming it stands.
Well, they'll set up 3rd and long if it does. And it looks like it will. Way to go, Dino.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. 3rd down.
So Illinois with a 3rd and 11 now at their own 24-yard line.
One thing about Brandon Peters, he's got a heck of an arm. That ball he can throw. I mean, he spins it well. See if they if they give him pressure, it looks like they're going to give him the zone. Go after him with 4 guys.
Peters over the middle, and that's batted away from Barker. Reggie Pearson, we've called his name a lot today.
Yeah, that's really well done by Pearson. And he read it because he's sitting back and everything's happening in front of him. He just let it develop, and you're going to try to hit that inside route on him, and the break that he had was perfect. And so from that depth, you can see the break of the receiver, and you can see the arm motion of the quarterback, and he played it well.
Illinois will punt it away. Davis waving vigorously for the fair catch, makes it at the 38. And a timeout here in Champaign.
He's still counting. Now here they're walked up. It looks like they're going to give man all the way around, but they have a cover 2 safety to see if he drops to the middle. Nope, he went to 2.
There's Taylor on 3rd down, looking for a block, and out of bounds at the 31. Milo Eifler over there to close the lane on the sideline.
Jamal Milan did a nice job of getting some inside-out run, and nice job by these linebacker core.
And it's Olawole Batiku who is slow to get up for Illinois. He's got a sack today, down on 1 knee before 4th down.
It's 4th and 8. Now, if you really, really trust your defense, do you take a shot here? You're inside the territory.
Paul Christ is not afraid to go for it on 4th down. He's perfect 8 for 8 this year. And this may be the 9th attempt, because that looks a lot like the offense staying on the field.
Doesn't surprise me. You know what that tells you right there? That tells you that he thinks his defense can handle this offense no matter what situation they get the football in.
8 for 8 this year. They went to Ferguson in this situation last week. We'll see if the tight end, who's already with a couple of catches today, gets involved again.
Let's see what Lovey gives him. Going single high. See if they're going to try to bring pressure. No,
Cone hit, ball out, recovered by Illinois, and they're going to say stopping this one at the 37-yard line. It'll be Illinois ball.
But guess who got there? Hansen. And they brought that extra guy, and he was able to get there. His arm was coming forward, so it'll be, an incomplete pass, but that's a great job of getting home on a blitz. He just takes the edge to the outside, and that's really well done. Good awareness as well. Watch his hand. And the ball's coming forward, so it's going to be an incomplete pass, but just really good defense.
You see it there, ruled an incomplete pass on the field. Dean Blandino's watching in LA. The call correct, Dean?
It does look like an incomplete pass. Even though there's contact, it's the hand coming forward with control, and it did look like the hand came forward.
All right, Dean, thanks very much. Reggie Pearson on the stop of his opposite number, Reggie Corbin.
Reggie Pearson's playing a heck of a game, but see how the ball is in his hand, and the motion started, and then he hit it, and so that's why they're going to do it.
Peters pulls it. Peters with some room, and Peters with a 1st down. Good decision by the junior quarterback.
You said it right. That's all on him, and it's a read. And you can see he took the cheese, a big-time bite on the cheese. So Peters just pulled it and picked up the 1st. Nice call.
Lovie Smith's told us they're not afraid to let Peters run.
Yeah, that's a good call by Rod Smith, the offensive coordinator.
Corbin caught from behind by Zach Bond.
There's a guy we haven't talked about yet, but he's having a tremendous year, and that's Zach Bond on the outside. And Bond started as quarterback, and which means he's an athlete, right? And so he's one of those guys with good speed, his good instinct. He's really developed into a really good outside outside backer and has a great feel for the pass rush game.
Jim Leonard said he's ruined every game so far up front. Breaking away and looking for the touchdown is Donnie Navarro. Navarro in for 6. And for the first time this year, the Badgers have allowed a touchdown in the first half.
And what did it, Kevin? A missed tackle. So he didn't get him on the ground. The hit doesn't matter. The wrap doesn't matter. You have to have all that. It was absent. He's got a chance for this, right?
Aaron Cruikshank, the deep man for Wisconsin. And the kickoff out of bounds. Badgers will have good field position.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team number 17. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down and 10, Wisconsin.
For Illinois on the board, scoring drive brought to you by Speedway. It was a quick one. 4 plays, 63 yards. There's a lot of drives will go quickly when you have a 48-yard touchdown catch at the end of them.
You know, Kev, so far in this first half, the 3 linebackers, Dilly Harding, Jake Hansen, and Milo Eifler, all 3 of those guys have been very active, which means your defensive line is doing a great job of keeping the linemen off of them. And so the movement by the backers, and they're not big guys, they're all like in the 230-ish era, some not even at 215, 220, 225. So they're like almost like strong safeties, but they can run.
On first down, here's Jonathan Taylor. And Taylor not finding much running room. Little confidence building for Illinois. They'd love to have Batiku back. Let's get an update on his status from Rick Pizzo.
And I'm not sure that looks good, Kevin. Wole Batiku did come out of the tent after being retaped. Couldn't put any pressure on that left ankle. Asked to do stops and starts by the training staff. Was just shaking his head in obvious pain. No official word, but I would say he looks doubtful as of right now. And we do have confirmation now that Ricky Smalling will not return at any point in this game.
Big loss on offense would be a big loss on defense if Batiku can't come back. On 2nd and 8, here's Davis looking for a little room on the inside to get to the 42-yard line. Dele Harding with the tackle.
That's a 2nd straight tackle for Harding. And it sets up this 3rd and very manageable. And so right now, I think this Illinois defense has been playing really well. I think those backers have been very good. In the secondary, they've been pretty good with their coverage. This is a nice down right here. Let's see what happens.
On 3rd and 3, Illinois rushes 4. Cone to the air, finds his tight end, Ferguson, with a first down at the Illini 39.
Heck of a throw by Jack Cone. He found Ferguson on top of that underneath throw. They tried to take it away. It looked like it was they had a zone. He gets on top of that corner on the backside. See right there. Really well done. Nice protection. And Cone's able to take his time and make a nice pinpoint throw.
19-yard pickup. Cone now 11 of 14 for 138 yards in the first half. Play action. Cone under pressure. The ball pops out. They're going to rule it an incomplete pass. Tymir Oliver was closing in on Jack Cone, and he threw it in the area of Jonathan Taylor.
It's an incomplete pass. Number 23 is in the area. There is no grounding. 2nd down.
That one was really close. Did he want to throw? Let's see if he has control of the ball. No. No. That he looks like he wants to start to throw the football, and then his arm gets held and he tries to pull it back a little bit. Now, did the motion start to go forward? Yes. But it looked like the ball came out. We'll never know.
As it stands, it's an incomplete pass. Illinois fans not sure they agree with the ruling on the field, and now going to take a look at this one.
Wonder what Dean thinks about this one.
Lovie Smith's coming out. Maybe challenging this one.
Illinois is taking a timeout and challenging the ruling on the ruling upfield. It's under further review.
So Illinois will use its challenge here
Full media timeout.
to determine whether or not this is a fumble or an incompletion as ruled on the field. We'll step aside.
But then he held on to the ball.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
So the rule is it has to be intentional movement of the hand forward. And I don't think they're going to change it for two reasons, because the replay official didn't stop it.
Okay.
And so that tells me that they probably confirmed it in the booth. The hand, I think the hand just starts forward with control, and I do think he's trying to get rid of it.
See, I don't think so.
That angle, this angle looks more like a fumble. This
Right.
angle right here.
Exactly.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Illinois is charged with a timeout and no longer can challenge for the remainder of the ball game.
Did they have that look, Bart?
Is confirmed. Illinois.
Angle, this angle looks more like a fumble. This
Right.
angle right here.
Exactly.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Illinois is charged with a timeout and no longer can challenge for the remainder of the ball game.
Did they have that look, Bart?
This
Right.
angle right here.
Exactly.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Illinois is charged with a timeout and no longer
And they no longer can challenge for the rest of the game. Dean Blandino is with us in Los Angeles. Dean, confirmed is strong. What'd you see?
Yeah, I could live with stands here. Remember, it's intentional movement of the hand going forward. From one angle, it looked like the hand did come forward. From another, it looked like it could have been a fumble.
And the other, I believe, is the one that you're talking about right here, where it looked like a fumble.
Yeah, so again, it's the hand moving forward. It does look like the hand just moves forward with control. But again, very close. I think either way, it's going to be tough to overturn.
Dean Blandino in our Fox studios in Los Angeles. Thanks, Dean. We appreciate it. Lovie Smith is out of challenges now for the remainder of the game. Wisconsin with a 3rd and 3. Here's Taylor. Bumped into a blocker and spins around to get the first at the 28. He picks up 4 as Oliver makes the tackle.
Oliver's having himself a pretty good game here today. He's done a nice job in rushing the passer, and then he's been active in that run game. Big man, moves well, and he got a little confidence right now. The guys he's playing over, he's feeling pretty good about because he's whipped a couple of them so far.
One of your favorite parts in watching tape of this Illinois team is that front 4.
Absolutely. They're big, they're physical, and they can move.
From the 28-yard line, Taylor with his 17th carry of the ball game, and Taylor down at the 27 as we go back to Chicago. Mike Hall with another T-Mobile studio update. Give Jeff Brom time. Jack Plummer's going to get a little more comfortable in that offense. The Colts defense appears to be rounding into shape. 2nd and 8 here at the 26-yard line. Cone. Off the hands of Kendrick Pryor, who was open at the 5-yard line.
Kev, that's a heck of a throw. That's on a little on the high side, but that throw's a good throw. That should be, this has to be a catch. Now, see, there was a defender right in his face, and it's high. Oh, it's, you know what? It was too high. But the placement of the ball, I mean, is pretty darn good because he had to get between those 2 defenders.
So now 3rd and 8. They're 6 of 9 on 3rd down today. Short, and Taylor couldn't pull it in at the 25. Started upfield without the ball. That's one of the rare drops we've seen in the pass game this year for a young man who's really put in a lot of effort to get better and better catching the football out of the backfield.
Yeah, he's actually pretty natural with catching the ball. Surprised they didn't use him in previous years.
So Colin Larsh looking to hit one from deep. This from 44. Be his long of the year. And Larsh right down the middle to extend the lead to 13-7. And now a word from our sponsor, Nationwide.
All right, Brad, once again, I have revolutionized the songwriting process.
Here we go.
I know I can't play an instrument, but this is my forte. Obviously, for auto insurance, we've got the wheel route.
Obviously.
Retirement, we're going with a long-term play.
Makes sense.
Pet insurance.
Wait, let me guess. Flea flicker.
Yes. How'd you know? Been studying my playbook.
Yeah, actually.
On an all-new journey, learn more about Penn State stars Sean Clifford and KJ Hamler and Michigan standout defender Khaleke Hudson. Plus, go behind the scenes for the Wolverines' primetime battle with the Nittany Lions. The Journey, Tuesday at 7 Eastern on BTN and the Fox Sports app.
That Khaleke Hudson's a good football player. KJ Hamler he's quicker than a hiccup. And Clifford, he's the guy who's got to keep on taking strides and getting better. He's got the skills. Doesn't have the experience.
He'll face a stern test tonight in Don Brown's Michigan defense for sure. 13-7 Wisconsin. We've got 1:47 before the half, and coming up at halftime, Mike Hall, Coach Glenn Mason, and Joshua Perry will get you caught up on Week 8 of the Big Ten on the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups halftime report.
Jeff, by the way, that last series was a win for the Illinois defense. They held them to 3. Look, this is one play away from being a lead for Illinois.
Look at the time of possession disparity. No surprise, that usually heavily tilts toward the Badgers. Only thing that matters to Lovie Smith, Brandon Peters and company, that score on the scoreboard. Dre Brown trying to find a little running room. Matt Henningsen closing in on him after a pickup of a couple. Play action for Peters, lofting it for Imantor Bebe, fingertip grab, and down the sideline, looking for the lead. Imantor Bebe with the touchdown.
Flag at the line of scrimmage. Looks like this one's coming back, and that's a shame because that could not have been a better throw and catch.
Ineligible player, downfield, offense number 65. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
And Doug Kramer, the veteran center, gets too far downfield, take the touchdown off the board.
Let's keep our eyes on the center. He's got 2 to 3 yards, and what he did was he chased after the backer right down here. He chased. Yeah, so he's got 3 yards. He went about 5, and they caught him.
Negates a 73-yard touchdown pass.
That's a shame. That was really well executed, and Peters threw a perfect ball.
Peters back to the air, incomplete this time. Looking for the tight end, Justice Williams. One more look at the penalty by Doug Kramer. Been wondering how far he could get. He has 3 yards cushion.
Yeah, he went to 5.
When he leaves your picture,
Yeah.
you know he's gone too
And
far.
no, for a lineman who's 300 pounds, that's a long distance run.
That takes away the possibility that Wisconsin would have been behind. They've not trailed at any point in any game this year. Peters looking for the sideline again, and Metrogove incomplete, and there's the flag. Dante Burton had a hold of the jersey of the USC transfer.
Watch at the top. Here it is, right at the top. He's got him. He's got him.
Pass
That's
interference.
a little hug.
Defense. Number 17. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
When you can't see the number
Yeah.
because it's being pulled so much, that's a pretty easy call.
You know what's happening right now, Kevin? This offense is getting confident against this defense. Like, he's taking some shots. He's getting time to throw. They haven't been able to get home, and they brought extra numbers. They brought numbers on that last one. This offense, look, this is the best I've seen it.
Peters off play action. Chased, throws, almost intercepted with the rush from Sanborn. He threw it into traffic. And Reggie Pearson, who's still down, had a chance to pick that one off.
He's had a heck of a first half here. Got a minute left.
We're going to step aside for a quick 30-second timeout while they tend to Pearson. I think we'll be all right. See the athletic training staff for Wisconsin out to help Reggie Pearson. He's not moving that right arm, right shoulder much. There's Pearson right there.
Again, it looked like his right arm just kind of flopped around.
Hopefully just a stinger, maybe to
Usually
get back out there. There's
usually a
Batiku
nerve
headed
thing.
up the tunnel. Not a good sign for Illinois. They've already lost wide receiver Ricky Smalling. Now one of the best pass rushers in the conference heads up the tunnel. Reggie Pearson heads to the sideline for Wisconsin. 2nd and 10. Illini with 2 timeouts and 1:04 remaining in the first half, down 6.
Down 6. They had an opportunity to go up. They've taken the best shots that they can from this Wisconsin defense, and they're still standing. And that means they're gaining confidence.
Illinois will bring, or rather Wisconsin will bring pressure. The ball is out, and it's recovered by Illinois. Badgers brought the heat that time. Alex Palczewski able to recover it after Chris Orr jarred it out.
Yeah, Chris Orr did a nice job. Bond was right there as well. Yeah, so he got to his elbow, and the arm wasn't able to come forward, and then it came out right there. See, it's a great call.
3rd and 19. Just 3-man pressure now by the Badgers. Throws it short to Dre Brown. And Brown works his way back across the 40 to the 43. Short of the first down. Noah Burks on the stop after a 15-yard gain.
So
and a timeout is used by Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think we were talking with Love yesterday. He felt pretty good about his team and where they were. And as did Rod Smith, the offensive coordinator. Thought they had a pretty good beat on the offense and on the defense. And they're proving it right now.
And Jim Leonard, Wisconsin, told us yesterday, he said, I thought Illinois figured something out against Michigan in the second half. It looks like that's carried over a little bit to this game for Illinois. Good ball game on homecoming in Champaign, and the Illini are going to get the football to start the second half. And we have reached the end of the first half with Wisconsin leading 13-7 at the break. Both teams making their way off the field here on a picture-perfect afternoon in Champaign. A good second half of football in the offing to start your busy Saturday of college football.
Absolutely. And so what they've really done exceptionally well is those down 3 or 4 guys have kept the offensive linemen off the linebackers. We've called the linebackers numbered all first half because they've been playing exceptionally well, because the defensive line has done a great job of keeping them off.
And that Illinois offense is going to take the field first in this second half. They deferred after winning the opening toss. So Brandon Peters and company come back to work.
Lovey was excited about his team. He was excited about this opportunity to play. And he knew what Rick just told us, that they have been practicing great. They're getting Brandon Peters back. They knew they had Reggie Corbin as a running game, and they thought that this group had a little bit of confidence, and that first half just solidified that.
And that third quarter against Michigan is where everybody started to feel like things were turning just a bit for Illinois. See if they can continue that momentum in this third quarter. Here's Corbin on first down, not much there. Jack Sanborn with the tackle.
Zach Bond took a hard inside move, really did a nice job of staying with the block, and then Corbin was able to elude him in the front end and picked up a short gain instead of a loss.
Yeah, you talk about the success Illinois' linebackers have had.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good linebacking core on this side, too.
It's a really good group. I mean, they're smart, they're active.
Peters off play action, pocket collapsing, Orr's on his heels, he gets away and able to throw it away.
So we just showed you when he has success, they get rid of the ball in 3 seconds or less. And that right there is not when they have success. Once there's coverage down the field and he's got to start moving, he did a smart thing at the end just by throwing the ball away.
Got just enough out of the pocket that he didn't have to worry about anything else. And Wisconsin, they've been thriving all year on third down. They've done it again today. Illinois 0 for 4 on third.
Third and long. There's the numbers. Good call. Oh, man. That was a great call by Rod Smith. They couldn't get it taken care of. But Reggie Corbin was going to have some room to be able to run. So they let the rush come because it's a screen. And they dump off the backside. And look, there's blockers for defenders. And there's room to run. Good call by Rod Smith.
But now 0 for 5 on third down today, and Illinois will punt it away. Wisconsin got what they wanted, the stop out of the break. Davis from the 34. And a little hesitation before Witherspoon brings him down at the 40.
Going the other way. Once you lose belief, you have no shot.
First down at the 45. Here's Jonathan Taylor, and he'll get 3 before he's pushed back by Jake Hansen and Sidney Brown. And there's Hansen again, linebacker making another play.
So what that was called the Joker-O. Lead Joker-O is what that was. That offensive play. And so you're trying to get to the second level. They haven't been able to do it. Every time they've done it, the defensive front of this Illinois defense has taken away the blockers. And so the linebackers have been able to run free. Really well done.
Kendrick Pryor in motion. Cohen will swing it to Taylor. And Taylor tackled immediately at midfield. Nate Hobbs the first to get there. Milo Eifler finished him off.
Well done. Out in space is where you want to get him. And you'll give him one guy to miss. He didn't have a chance to even do that. Sets up this third down.
Cohen's been terrific on third today. Hasn't missed. Four-man rush, swings it to Groshek. One-on-one on the edge. He goes upstairs, and chopping him down is Nate Hobbs.
All that matters is that you get him to the ground, right? And so he took his shot, and he basically whiffed, but right at the end, he caught his foot. He's on the ground, and that's a tackle.
If he's got smaller feet, he's still running.
Exactly.
Lottie to punt it away. And the punt out of bounds near the 5-yard line. Really good work by Lottie, angling it. Champs inspired Grantland Rice to break out the Gray Ghost moniker for Red Grange.
That looked like a face mask, Kev.
And there's the flag dropping in as Dre Brown went down to the turf.
Oh, yeah.
Noah Burks.
You know, it's weird sometimes, and I'll guarantee you there's no way.
Defense, number 41. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
There's no way that Burks wanted to grab his face mask. It's just you reaching for anything, and that's what you hit. And then pretty soon, here comes the flag.
So that helps Illinois out of their worst starting field position of the day.
Correction. It is enforced from the previous spot. First down and 10.
Gives them an extra 2 yards because there was a loss of about 2 on the play. And now Illinois going to work from the 20-yard line. Jakari Norwood in at running back. Norwood with a carry. The freshman from Pompano Beach, Florida, gets a couple as we check in with Rick Pizzo.
Kevin, not a good sign. Just a few moments ago, Wole Batiku emerging from the Illinois locker room without his shoulder pads on, and more importantly, with a boot wrapped around that left ankle that he hurt in the first half. Obviously, he won't return today, and we'll try to get updates to see just how severe that injury is.
That's 2 game-ending injuries now. Batiku and Ricky Smalling, the wide receiver, out for the game as well, as Peters under some pressure. Chris Orr! And then Peters just lobs it in the air to avoid the Chris Orr sack.
Should be a flag. He wasn't outside the box, and he threw it. He got to the line of scrimmage, but he wasn't outside the tackle box.
And the flag is dropped.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 18. The ball did not get beyond the line of scrimmage, and there was no eligible receiver in the area. Lost it down with the spot of the foul. Third down.
And so it's right out here. So he's got to stay inside of that, or get outside of that rather, and at or beyond the line of scrimmage. And Chris Orr just does a phenomenal job of coming on a blitz. He just ran over Pettibone like he was not even there. That kid's a good player.
4 straight games with a sack now for Chris Orr. Peters off play action, got rid of it quickly. That's a fumble at the end of the play, and it's scooped up by Burrell. Burrell trying to find some room down the sideline, and Wisconsin's got it at the Illinois 15-yard line.
Don't beat yourself. Don't beat yourself. Penalties, turnovers, that kills the team.
First down and 10, Wisconsin.
Secure the ball, get both hands on it. That ball's out, and he is not down.
Caesar Williams, as we roll it back, his hand kind of peeks through there at the end of the play.
Recovered by Wisconsin. That ruling is under further review.
Yeah, it's a fumble.
Yep, no knee down yet. Great angle by our crew. Let's see the hand of Caesar Williams right at the bottom of the picture, just ripping it out.
Yeah, that ball's already out and his knee's not down because actually his arm is under his knee. Just like he drew it up.
Exactly. Remember, when you tackle kids, put your arm under his knee.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll take a look at this. Turnovers being reviewed here. Got to shield the sun. This could be the pivotal play in this game.
Yeah.
Illinois was going to have to punt it away. He was well short of the first down, and instead it looks like Wisconsin ball at the 15-yard line of Illinois.
Change of possession. The most important thing right now is turn it into 3 or an attempt at 3. You can't give up 6 if you're this Illinois defense.
And Illinois was able to get through that first half with no turnovers. The Wisconsin turnover turned into the Illinois touchdown.
Right.
This was not in Lovie Smith's plan to have a turnover this deep. Here's the ruling.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands as called. Wisconsin football, first down and 10.
These are in sync, these two views of this turnover. The ref blocks that one on the right side of your screen, but on the left you see that ball out.
Yeah, it's out and his knee's not down.
You can see the knee up. You see that space on the right side picture, even with the referee's leg, between the leg and the field. So now a turnover, and the Badgers have it at the 15-yard line. Ferguson in motion. Taylor to carry. Picking his way through traffic, and now backing his way all the way down inside the 5 and down there. Tough run from Jonathan Taylor.
Running backwards, sideways, and every angle in between. That's just, he just keeps on going. That shows the power side of what he can do. We've seen the quick feet in the hole in his decision making. He runs with his eyes very well. This kid's he's got it.
He's got 93 yards on the day, and he's got a first and goal at the 5-yard line. Two fullbacks in the game, Chanel and Easterling. And Taylor breaks a tackle in the backfield, and he's in for the touchdown.
Kevin, that time, that offensive line and the extra big bodies moved everything. There was nothing for him. He just had to pick his way through the pile because there was, watch this. I mean, they just got mauled. So he went on a slant and they just kept on pushing him. The backers had no chance. That's just big boy football right there.
Dele Harding had about 600 pounds of Badger on top of him at the end of that play. Larsh for the extra point, and it's 20-7, Wisconsin. And the Badgers, opportunistic as always.
Very young and very talented, and they don't know how good they are. They are still developing.
That's Navarro in motion. This is Corbin trying to find running room. Corbin gets popped and loses yardage back to the 19. That's a 6-yard loss. Noah Burks driving it back.
So that's the point, right? That's a great hit, but no tackle. So he didn't go down. He kept on his feet, and then he got some help from his friends. But that was a good hit. And then right there is the tackle. Good effort by Burks, though.
Burrell finishing him off. Loss of 6 on the play. Peters, late pressure. And that's incomplete. They brought more on a delayed blitz, and there's a flag.
They went into his knees.
There's Noah Burks.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense.
His mic cut out, but promise
Penalty,
it was
automatic, first down.
Noah Burks.
They come. That's a good job. He just throws him by. They hit him down low. That's a tough call. I mean, it's a hard call to make because the effort was phenomenal. So I guess I have to say it's the right.
Can't go low on those guys. You know it. I know. It's making you cringe. Peters to the sideline. Immanuel Bebe can't hang on. Caesar Williams right there.
Immanuel Bebe is supposed to be their big play guy, and he's been big play the other way today. He's given up a couple.
I think we should go back and recalculate your statistics of all years you played under the current rules.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'd go over real big. The whole Raider team would go over real big.
Raiders actually had negative tackles that year. Peters on the sideline. What adjustment by Casey Washington.
Great play by Washington, like you said, but Peters threw him open, and he threw it backside, and he's rolling to his left. He have a chance to step into it. See if his foot is, oh, it was, and he has to, it was out, and he has to be able to reestablish himself the field of play. That's going to be an
Ruling at the
incompletion.
field is an incomplete pass.
Yep.
Number 8 stepped out of bounds, came back and touched the ball before establishing himself back in bounds. Our rule is incomplete.
That's
Second down.
a really good job by the side judge on that side. The earlier piece, you see that. See the official right here? Look at his eyes. He's watching everything. And then watch his foot right here. That's where it went out of bounds. That's good officiating.
Yeah, really good work.
Previous play of an incomplete pass is under further review.
Really, they're going to look at this again. It seems pretty clear.
Yeah. I think that call will prevail. It'll be third down.
So they're going to check the timing of this to make sure when his foot went out of bounds.
Well, regardless, Kevin, he has to reestablish himself.
Correct.
And so if it's out of bounds right there, he has no opportunity to reestablish himself.
See, I think he's still out of bounds, yeah.
And he's making the catch as we speak.
Dean Blandino's with us in our Fox Sports studios in Los Angeles. Would you like to agree with Matt Millen?
Unfortunately, I feel like I have to agree with Matt Millen.
Way
on
to
this.
go, Dream.
Words that I never like to say. But what they're looking at here, and Matt makes a good point about reestablishing, is that right foot. They're looking to see if the right foot ever touches out of bounds. It does appear to be out. And if he doesn't reestablish
After further
and he touches
review,
that ball, it's
the ruling on the field stands as called. Incomplete pass. Second down.
I know that pained Dean.
Yes.
But
Poor guy's going into therapy now for months because he had to agree with you.
I love Dino. He's been known for a long time, too. And he's good.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's so nice to have him with us on the broadcasts and help us out. We can use all the help we can get.
He beat me to it.
Heads are nodding all across America right now. You're darn right. 3rd and 10 at the 34.
Lost in all that was a great throw.
Correction. Third down.
It's not correcting us. We had it as third down all along.
Thank you very much. Numbers.
Peters in trouble. There's Orr. Won't get away this time. Chris Orr with the sack, his 7th of the year.
Kevin, is what I'm talking about. So they brought 4 guys to one side, and you're down a blocker. That's what you do. You're going to watch. You got 1, 2, 3, and the outside defensive end is 4. And Orr's going to come around. They're going to try to block it. And what a great job by what's his face, 57.
Sanborn.
Yeah, Sanborn does a great job because not only does he take the offensive lineman, he runs him right into the back, and then Chris Orr is able to get free.
Excellent punt. Davis couldn't catch up to it, and it goes out of bounds. Just a moment from now, we're going to go back to that play. Matt's going to show you something that maybe you didn't notice on first watch that opened it up for Chris Orr to get the sack and force Illinois' offense off the field.
It's selfless football.
On first down, Cone to the air, Davis with the grab, and Davis up the sideline close to a first down. Back to that sack for Wisconsin.
Yeah, I want you to watch right there. He's going to cross around. Watch this guard and this back. He takes him on and the piece of him and allows Chris Orr to come all the way around. This is why Wisconsin's so good. There's the guard and he gets the back. And because he's able to take 2, that frees up 1. It's an extra guy, and Chris Orr looks like the hero, but Sanborn's the guy who gets the pat on the back.
From the 32-yard line, Davis on the end around, and Davis tiptoes out of bounds.
Ferguson had a great block, Kevin. And I don't normally say that. Watch Ferguson, 84. He gets on a DB, and it is ugly. You're going to watch him come here. There's 84 on your screen, right in front of him. Boom! That is really well done right at the top of that. Clears the whole thing. Ferguson runs well, gets into his routes really well, catches the ball. Once he clears up that 10-yard line, we're in good shape.
He's had a good day.
I'm going to keep getting him the
got
whole
his
time.
touchdown back.
I wish he was my teammate so I could dog him.
He's probably happy you're not right now. Cohen on the roll, rolling from pressure, and has to throw that one away.
That is very smart. Cohen's impressive. So we said at the start of the game that he had to be able to continue what he built on a week ago. I thought it was the best he played. But he's a guy, the more I'm exposed to him, he's unflappable. He doesn't let things bother him whatsoever. He keeps his eyes down the field. He has movement skills, and he's accurate. So that's a pretty good combination.
As you say, there's not much lacking there.
Yeah.
Second and 10, here's Taylor. Jonathan Taylor to midfield. He picks up 5. Sidney Brown and Tymir Oliver combine on the stop. Tonight on BTN, Jacqueline Quaid and the Illini continue their tough road trip in Minneapolis with a showdown against the 7th-ranked Gophers. Big Ten volleyball powered by Unleaded 88 tonight at 8 Eastern on BTN and the Fox Sports app. We don't have the Taylorometer to show you this, but he's now over 100 yards on the day. 21 carries, the 28th 100-yard game of his career, and the 6th time in 7 games this year he's hit the century mark. 3rd and 5. Cole with protection. And there's Ferguson again, leaping high to make the grab for the first down.
He had 2 options, and he went to the weak side. I tell you what, Ferguson kid can catch the ball. He's on top of the corner, in front of the safety. This ball has to be well thrown and has to be high. That's good throw, good catch. Ferguson's having himself a really good game, as is Cone.
When Wisconsin fans watch a game, they feel like they have to hear an announcer mention who Jake Ferguson's grandfather is. It's sort of a tradition. So Barry Alvarez, his grandfather, here today. We saw him in the press box at halftime. There you go, Badger fans. Mark that off on the bingo card as Taylor, not Jonathan, but AJ slips a tackle and picks up 8 to the 28-yard line.
So I saw Barry at the halftime, and he said to me, I said, hey, this is going on and this is going on. He said, yeah, if it was up to me, I'd throw to the tight end all the time.
Which did not appear to be his modus operandi when he was the head coach of the Badgers.
No.
What a job Barry Alvarez did getting this Wisconsin program going, and just continues with Paul Christ. 2nd and 2, Nakia Watson, the running back. Watson, first down. Watson, a twist to the 22, picks up 6 behind the blocking of Tyler Biotish.
Kev, I got to just say this, okay? These 2 head coaches, they're 2 of the best coaches I've been around. They know football inside and out. They know how to use the people they have. The difference in programs is Lovey doesn't quite have as many players as he'd like to. But what they have, he's getting as much as they can out. They're playing a heck of a football game here today. But there's more talent on the other side.
Starting with the guy in the backfield right now, the running back Jonathan Taylor, who gets the carry. Taylor, nowhere to go. Got to the 20-yard line and was thrown down. Stanley Green, who came back last week after being out for 3 games, came in there to make the stop. With the linebackers moving out there as well, man.
Yeah, watch the defensive line. See, they're not able to get to the second level, the offensive linemen. That's because the defensive line are eating up those blocks, and then the backers can flow. They're really doing a great job. But this group has really played well today.
Even down a man. Olawale Batiku's been out for most of this game. Second and 9. Cole hit as he gets rid of it. Jonathan Taylor can't pull it in. Flag down as Isaiah Gay provided the pressure on Jack Cohen.
Isaiah Gay did a really nice job. He did a great job of taking the inside and went to it quick.
Holding. Offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Yeah, that's Van Lanen who drew the assignment of Gay. Gay took, you're gonna watch him. Gay's right here. He Gay's going to take a hard inside move. Set him up outside, bang, right back inside, throws that arm under, and he makes him hold. It's what you do. What you do is you attack the arm, and when you attack the arm, you lock it. So Howie Long made a living off of that.
Almost threw our spotter, David Salati, out the window,
Yeah,
illustrating that to me.
He blocked me.
2nd and 19. Cone to Groshek, blown up. It's Dele Harding.
Get that kid a star in his helmet. He's played a heck of a game here today. Great instincts and a great job of sniffing that thing out right from the start. Now, it looks like it was going to be man, so he had to get up and beat the guard out there, or Biadasz, the center, and he's able to do that. Really, really good job.
That's 13 tackles today for Dele Harding.
He's playing a heck of a football game.
Original Michigan commit, ended up at Illinois out of Maryland. Illinois happy to have him as Wisconsin in an uncomfortable 3rd and 23.
And they're showing a straight cover 2, 5 under 3 deep, or 2 deep rather.
Short to Groshek, trying to get it at least into field goal range, and Groshek does that to the 19-yard line. Hansen and Eifler there to make the stop. So good work by Paul Chryst offense just to get back into scoring range here, and a chance to add 3 more to their 13-point lead.
They have had to work for every ounce, every inch of field position today. I'll tell you, that defense has been out there for a long time.
Time of possession, as expected. Wisconsin's had it over 24 minutes. Illinois held the ball under 12. 37-yard try for Colin Larsh, 2 for 2 today. And the field goal is no good.
Well, they're showing a little bit of pressure here with their 2 down. Looks like all 4 backers are coming. Let's see if it happens. They're going to force that back to stay in by blitzing it. And that's offside.
Free play for Peters. It's spiked down by Sanborn. The pass incomplete, but Vaughn just got a little early step, and that's going to cost him 5.
Defense, number 56. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Yeah, you can see him right up here in the top. So what they were going to do was they were going to bring to that side an extra guy. The back was going to go away. If he stays, it forces him to have to stay in, and it takes care of their coverage.
So another chance on 3rd down. They're 0 for 6 on 3rd today. Peters 1 for 6 in the second half, and the only completion was fumbled away. 3rd down, Peters to the air. Good catch by Daniel Barker, the tight end. That's a 1st down.
And a nice read. Nice read by Peters. He saw it was going to be a zone. He saw the difference. And the key was the outside backer. He was not given any kind of a look. He had to get width. You see this backer right down here. He got a little bit of width, so he knows he has to get into his drop. And that was the key that gave it away.
Peters going up top. He's got him at O'Baby, and he cannot find it. Caesar Williams was out there, and Peters knows they just missed a touchdown.
That was it. That's what you're looking for. Nice route. That's just, the throw was not there. Peters going to kick himself.
2nd and 10.
Now they're showing a man look. See if they bring pressure with it. They usually do. Here it comes, both of them.
Peters with a fake going the other way, and Peters with running room and a 1st down.
And that's what happens when you commit everybody inside. Once you get past that 1st level, you have room to run. Nice job by Peters, and they blocked it up really well.
And remember last week it was the 3rd quarter against Michigan after going down 28-0 where Illinois started to figure things out again. Trying to duplicate that feat late in the 3rd here.
It's going to be an offsides.
And Corbin popping into the secondary. Turning on the afterburners. Touchdown, Illinois.
That's against Wisconsin. That score will count. They lined up offsides on the inside. Didn't quite see the number, but it was an interior guy.
Offside, defense number 91, lined up in the neutral zone. Penalties decline. Touchdown.
That's Bryson Williams. does not take away the 43-yard touchdown run for Reggie Corbin.
They said they knew they had to be able to score. And Reggie Corbin, the underrated guy, I think this kid's a heck of a player. He got a hole, he took care of it. Got to that second level, nobody there.
And the longest run allowed by Wisconsin this year puts Illinois right back in this ballgame. 43-yard touchdown run. And the Badgers
tomorrow. Well, he knew about this.
From the 25, Taylor on first down. And Taylor dropped by Sidney Brown near the 29-yard line.
Doesn't look like much, and it's 2nd and 5 or 6, whatever it is. He picks stuff up. They're playing it tight to the line of scrimmage, or the Illini. That defensive front keeps doing a good job of eating up blockers. And the second level and the safeties have had a really active game today.
Wisconsin does not have to snap it again in this third quarter.
And they won't.
And they're not going to. A fourth quarter coming that has drama on homecoming in Champaign. Here's Taylor. And Taylor driven to the turf. Really good tackle by Jamal Milan.
Jamal Milan's played a heck of a game here today. And we didn't say a lot about, what he's doing, because what he does is one of those, he eats guys up. And he's just a block eater. And then every now and then he'll get off on something like that, and they did that down block. He was able to cross the face of the offensive player and make a big play.
Second and 10. Cone to the air. Cephas with a catch and out of bounds in Illinois territory at the 44.
And when Cone gets time, he's usually money. Cephas did a great job of coming back to that ball and catching it at the high point. Watch this route. Nicely done. Take him. Now, there you go. Though he stays underneath, he's going to use the defensive back's drop against him. So you come back a little bit to the ball, and it gives you some separation.
15 yards on the play to get the first down. Can Illinois' defense find another stop, or will Wisconsin add to the lead? Rochette. Harding with another tackle as he tosses him aside at the 41. Cone to the sideline. Davis. First man misses. Davis knocked out by Jake Hansen after the Adams missed tackle. Gives him yardage to the 38.
So Hansen's lined up on the inside. He makes it all the way out. The tackle all the way out and outside. That's a sign of that's a well-coached team, and that's a kid who doesn't quit. And so you always go to the ball all the time. I mean, that lesson was hammered home to me when I was a kid with Franco Harris against the Raiders. Always go to the football. John Madden still says he didn't score. he still does.
Jake's dad, Shad, the all-time leading tackler in BYU history. Jake Hansen making plays today. Third down, quick slant, and on the run, Pryor. Kendrick Pryor just tripped up at the 5.
He's down.
See the official signaling down, Devon Witherspoon.
Kevin, this whole thing, the ball's going to come out quick. He saw the coverage, nobody in back, so all you have to do is get position, get to the inside of that defender, and he beats him clean off the line and just tripped him up. Ooh. Let's see if it's caused. Yeah.
Yep. No question. Ruled as that. Pryor a little slow to get up. He makes it to the sideline. First and goal at the 3 for the Badgers. Two fullbacks in the backfield plus Taylor. Here's Taylor looking for the goal line. He won't get there. Stood up at the 2. And it's second and goal. Dele Harding back out there, makes another tackle.
Yeah, Harding got the upper part of him, but I couldn't see the number, had his feet down below. One of the big men up front. That's just good defense.
Badgers stay with that two fullback set back there with Taylor. And one of the two fullbacks, Chanel, lunging for the goal line. Down at the 1, Nate Hobbs and Sidney Brown had to make the stop. We'll give you another look just to make sure you see what they saw, that he didn't get in. Clearly not in. So you at home were sitting there saying, gosh, did he get in? Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. 3rd and goal at the 1. Chanel again, and no again. Jamal Woods slams the door on John Chanel, and now 4th and goal. We know Paul Chryst likes to go for it on 4th down.
I would. Why wouldn't you?
If you go up by 9, though, then you have to score twice, and Paul Chryst says, I'm going to kick the field goal and go up by 9.
Yeah. Well, that's a smart thing to do. Nobody ever accused me of that. So, that's, you know, Kevin, they just lost the line of scrimmage 3 plays in a row. If you want to look at it that way. On the other side, Illinois just crushed them for 3 straight plays. Great job by that defensive line.
20-yard try for Colin Larsh to make it a 2-score game. And Larsh bangs that one through. 23-14. The Illini defense get a stop at the end of the 11-play, 73-yard drive, holding Wisconsin to a field goal. But that field goal is important. It means Illinois has to score twice in order to win this homecoming date with the Badgers. Defense has played hard today, though, in those gray ghost uniforms. Paul Chryst's team in a 4-quarter fight before they head to Columbus next weekend to take on the Buckeyes. And the kickoff. Fair catch called for and made by Dre Brown out to the 25-yard line. Now let's take a look at today's All-State Mayhem moment. And this is the Mayhem moment. A beautifully thrown pitch and catch to Joshi Matorbebe. Goes down the sidelines for what looked to be a touchdown that would have given Illinois the lead with the extra point, but ineligible. The man goes downfield. The center, Doug Kramer, strays too far from the line, and the penalty brings it back. That's our All-State Mayhem moment, and what mayhem could have ensued if that touchdown had stood. Would have made it 14-13, assuming the extra point. From the 25 on 1st down, here's Dre Brown. And Brown picks up 7 to the 32. Zach Bond on the stop. It's been the #1 defense against the run all year long, and today 78 yards allowed and 14 points allowed against that #1 scoring defense.
It's another 1st down.
Rand on the tackle of Dre Brown.
Kevin, I think you're right. I think last week a switch went on for this offense against that Michigan defense.
Here's Peters on the roll, throwing wide of the intended receiver, Casey Washington.
Casey Washington came straight back. Came straight back, and Peters was anticipating him going to the sideline. He just missed him. Tell you what, Peters he's got an arm. That ball comes out fast.
6 of 18 for 118 yards today for Peters.
Corbin's in the backfield again.
Here's Corbin. Planted his foot, went up the right hash, picks up 8.
That's really good. Yeah, he switched late. So one of the things I'll get to in a second.
Corbin again, and Corbin met by Rand. No 1st down. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Where's that?
Or 4th down.
4th down. Yeah. So one of the things Chris Orr is really good at is he plays situational football very well, and he understands not statistics, but he understands tendencies. And so he's one of those guys who, let's see what happens right here.
4th down on a yard. They're 2 for 7 this year on 4th down. Corbin. Not going to get there. The #1 defense in the land steps up with Chris Orr leading the way.
Chris Orr, I was just starting to tell you, he's one of those analytics guys, or we just call them stats. But he understands down and distance, field position, and the people who are in the game. And based off that, it eliminates a lot of plays and lets you know that's where you should be.
Illinois, and now Badgers will take over on first down, and Cone finds Groshek underneath, trying to keep Hansen away, and that's a first down to the 32, a pickup of 13. Let's go back, though, to fourth down a moment ago.
Another example of selfless defense. Here's the key. Burks is going to take this and take him down inside. And then on the inside, you're going to see Sanborn come, and this defensive tackle handles 2 blocks. And Orr is the free man, so he has to come around the edge tight, stay tight. And he did. Sanborn was there. They made the tackle, but the defensive lineman and the backers in front of him made the play. That's just great, selfless defense.
That's been the key all year long for Wisconsin. Player after player making those kind of plays. On first down to the sideline, it's Cephas, and Cephas at the 25. For more on Orr, we check in with Rick Pizzo.
Kevin, Matt, what makes Chris Orr so special isn't his size, it's not his speed, it's not what he has physically, it's what he has above his shoulders. He is so cerebral. He sees things happen before they actually take place on the field. I was just listening to a conversation he was having with the Wisconsin coaching staff. He's using terminology.
Very good news for Illinois. 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line. Jonathan Taylor, a crease. Jonathan Taylor down at the 17. The ball is out. Scooped up by Isaiah Gay of Illinois. It's ruled a fumble, and the Illini have life.
Ruling on the field is a fumble. Recovered by Illinois. First down and 10.
Great backs try to fight for extra yardage all the time. And sometimes this is what happens. That ball is clearly out of there. Really well done by this defense. It never quit. This defense all game long has not quit at all.
You can see the ball loose before anything hits the ground for Jonathan Taylor. And the Illini end up with the football. Now, can they cash in on the second turnover of the day? The first Wisconsin turnover turned into an Illinois touchdown. Peters off play action. Diving catch by Casey Washington. Nope, now they'll say incomplete. Washington saying that's a first down.
Has control. Has control.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man, I think that's a catch, boys.
The Illinois players are pointing up to the big screen as they walk back. He
That's
got his
a catch.
arm underneath that.
That's a catch, Kev. Besides, how could the official from the side call this play?
Incomplete pass. That play is under further review.
He really did a good job of tucking quickly to get that arm underneath it.
Got his arm underneath.
So now we'll pause and zoom. The magic of technology about to happen right in your living room.
Clearly there's a catch. Clearly he has control. Now, does it touch the ground as he moves forward? Control, he has complete control of it. His arm is underneath it.
You can't see what happens right there, but when the ball rolls into picture again, he's still got it.
Yeah, his arm was under. Let's take a look here. This is a great view of it. Control, he's got control, he's got control.
Dean Blandino is with us at our Fox studios in Los Angeles once again. Heck of an effort by Casey Washington, ruled incomplete. What do you see, Dean?
Yeah, great effort. And I love the zoom in. Unfortunately, the official on the field doesn't get that. Doesn't come with the zoom in for the official. Left.
Dean, doesn't the replay booth see that though?
Absolutely, absolutely. They see exactly what we're showing. They're looking at this right now, and the issue is the left hand underneath. We do lose the ball for a second there, but to me, this looks like a catch. He's got the arm underneath as he goes to the ground, and then as he rolls over, the arm is still securely holding that football. I like it as a catch. The only thing is that we lose the football for a split second as he rolls over.
All right, Dean, thanks very much.
Thanks, Dream.
The side judge is with the referee right now, and he's got a pen and a pad of paper out, which, as Mike Pereira taught us years ago, usually means an overturn is coming. Let's see.
Either that or his wife called it
After
and each
review,
groceries.
the ruling on the field has changed. The wide receiver did the possession of the football for a catch. The ball be placed at the 43-yard line. First down and 10.
Casey Washington, who's likely only on the field for this play because of the injury to Ricky Smalling earlier, makes a huge catch. The first catch of his career came last week against Michigan. That was a 20-yarder. This one for 20 puts it at the 43 for a first down.
Well, he looks like he belongs there, doesn't he? And he did that with confidence. And a great route, got inside leverage. Peters put the ball in a tough catch. He made it.
True freshman. Keeps it going for Illinois on first down. Here's Brown. Brown with a hole into the secondary. Bouncing off tacklers. Out of bounds at the Badger 35. 22 for Dre Brown. Fayon Hicks had a chance to make the stop.
I love this. This is great. And there's no quit in this team. You gotta, here's the difference in the tackle, Kev. You gotta wrap the guy up. Don't try to make the hit. He's gotta come down for it to be good.
Corbin back in now at running back. He gets the carry. Look at that hole. And Corbin slipping down at the 29 as we go back to Mike Hall, another T-Mobile studio update. All right, Mike, that may do it in Iowa City. It's nowhere near done here in Champaign. Illinois putting Wisconsin in an unfamiliar position this year, on the ropes a little bit, despite leading by 9. Second and 4. Peters off play action, pressure up the middle. Over towards the end zone, and Matt Bebe with the touchdown grab. This time he hangs on, and Illinois within a score.
Great job of picking up the blitzer. Now watch his catch. He has it. He's going to catch his arm as well. And he pulls his arm through with the ball, and that's a good catch.
One more look. Rashawn Wildgoose, that's the arm he catches with the football.
Yeah, that's a catch all the way through.
How about this?
Great coverage.
McCourt for the extra point. It is a 2-point ball game in Champaign. 5:53 to go in the fourth. Lovie Smith and the Illini have Paul Christ in Wisconsin a little nervous. Mator Bebe hangs on for 6.
Okay.
A little buzz in the crowd here on homecoming in Champaign. Brandon Peters to Joshi Matorbebe. The strike. And a 2-point lead for the number 6 ranked team in the nation. Wisconsin has never trailed, not only in this game, but in the season.
Whole season. Hey, Reggie Corbin had a heck of a game running the football, but that last play shows you how valuable he is. A great job of protecting his quarterback to let that ball get thrown. Reggie Corbin's a really good football player.
Brandon Peters with a couple of touchdown passes. And Joshi Matorbebe, who's had a couple of big drops today, hangs on to the most important one of the day so far. And Illinois kicking off. Cruikshank will watch that one sail through the end zone for the touchback. Let's go to this blitz pickup you speak of.
Yeah, watch this right. He's going to take the fake inside, and then his eyes, he's got to scan from here to here. And so, watch Chris Orr on the other side. He's watching him too. So he thinks he's going to sneak in the back door, but Corbin at the last second picks him off and allows that throw to be made, and that's just great football.
Peters had that little sidestep to buy extra time. And Illinois looking for their first win against a ranked Big Ten team since 2007 when they knocked off top-ranked Ohio State. Wisconsin on first down, Jonathan Taylor. Jake Hansen waiting for him, but Taylor able to push the pile for 5.
So today, what this Illinois defense has been able to do is handle 3 different looks. They've handled zone blocking schemes, they've handled gap schemes, and they've handled man schemes. And all those are just little subtle differences inside, but every time they've done it, this defensive line has come through. I'll tell you, Milan's had himself a good game. Oliver's had himself a great game. That's just, and 55, of course, is back in the game.
Yeah, good to see Jamal Milan in there after going out with the injury. 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line. Cohn will pull it. Cohn in trouble, and Cohn gets positive yardage, but pays a big price. He took a hit at the end of the play from Dele Harding and brings up a critical third down.
Did I mention that Dele Harding's had an unbelievable game here today?
You mentioned it once in passing.
In passing, yeah. And in the run game. Not only the pass game, but the run game as well. Big moment right here. Groshek is in the game instead of Jonathan Taylor.
Four-man rush. Cohn floating out, throws it short. Ferguson's got it, and another giant catch for the tight end, his 5th today.
That whole thing's made possible by Cohn. Cohn does a great job of extending the play. Now, it's designed in it, and so that's Joe Rudolph, and he's designing it to give him time to be able to see and run away from that inside rush. And Ferguson's able to run that drag and first down.
Allows Wisconsin to melt more clock under 4 minutes to play. Groshek stays in at running back. Groshek the carry, nowhere to go. Into the big arms of Kenyon Jackson.
That front is playing really well. And it's not your standard cover 2 everybody talks about with Illinois and Lovey bringing it from Tampa and all that stuff. And it's just, they've played a lot of man here today. Their defensive line has taken all the pressure off those backers to run free.
2nd and 11, 3 receivers to the top of the screen.
Now here is a cover 2.
Cohn, short to Groshek. Waiting for him was Nate Hobbs, and he's down at the 45. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Wisconsin.
I'm surprised. He had Quintez Cephas down the middle, right between the safeties, and he was wide open. Cohn went to the weak side with his read, sets up this 3rd and 5. It's manageable for both sides. Defensively, this is what you want. And offensively, this is manageable. Let's see. What's Lovey dial up? He's showing a cover 2. He's walked up tight, however. Keep your eye on the slot on the inside.
3rd and 5, they rush forward. Cohn, intercepted! Picked off by Tony Adams! Just the 2nd interception thrown this year by Jack Cohn.
Extremely well played by Adams. Sitting out there in the corner, you have to maintain underneath, and then you've got to be able to drop. And that's exactly what he does. He was trying to hit Ferguson.
Lovie Smith knows both of the Illini touchdowns have come after turnovers. One here shocks the college football world in mid-October. Corbin, not much there. In fact, nothing there, down at the 47.
And you gotta love playing in these games. This is what college football is all about right here. You have a chance for an epic win against a top 10 team. And everybody's been saying you're no good. This is perfect.
2nd and 10 at the 47.
Let's see what Rod Smith comes up with here. Looked like they showed like they were going to blitz again. He'd be one-on-one on the outside. He runs
There's
at him.
Corbin into Wisconsin territory to the 49. 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 6. Remember earlier this year, James McCourt tied an Illinois record with a 57-yard field goal against Eastern Michigan.
He needs another first down. So it's 2 downs. So you can get it. You can go for it on 4th.
They're just 1 for 8 on 3rd today.
They better hurry up there. Oh, there's a full complement of timeouts. But time is the key.
Peters, quick to the air, and the catch is made for the first down, Daniel Barker.
And what a bullet he threw there. Perfect throw to the inside. So you're saying we got a shot.
40-yard line, 1 minute to go. All 3 timeouts. Illinois
Call
not
timeout.
playing as urgently as you would think in this situation.
That I don't understand.
Clock continuing to run. They're using a ton of clock here. Here's Corbin. And now they'll have to use the timeout. Sanborn stopped at the 38. Stopping the clock with the timeout is Lovie Smith. 42
First
seconds
team
to play in the
charged timeout.
4th. Don't go anywhere.
Illinois.
We're coming back in
30
just 30 seconds.
Or Harding. Yep.
Unfamiliar territory for the Wisconsin Badgers. They're 6-0 on the year. They're the only team in FBS to never trail in a game. But they are in trouble here. The lead is 2. Illinois is at the Wisconsin 38.
And their pride and joy is on the field. It's their defense. Can they stop it?
2nd and 8. Dre Brown, the running back. He'll get the carry. Bouncing to the outside. Brown with a first down. Brown still on his feet. The spin to the 26-yard line.
That was all heart. Brown just wouldn't quit. What an awesome run.
First team charge timeout.
Wisconsin uses
30
the
seconds.
timeout now.
They need time to get the ball back. Watch this. And this is just refusing to quit. He gets the edge and now lower his shoulders. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's awesome. Watch this. Set him up. Outside, inside. Spin. Went for a strip. Spin. Keep your legs dry. Ah, it's just phenomenal. What a great effort, Kevin.
And now, Illinois very much within the range of James McCourt. If they don't get another yard, it's about a 42-yard try from here. He's hit from 50, 53, and 57 this year.
Very makeable.
Now, do you want to put it on the leg of a kicker?
We're going to have to.
Here's Corbin. Corbin fights down to the 23. Paul Christ using the 2nd Wisconsin timeout.
Second team
Stopping it with 28
Wisconsin.
seconds to go in the
30
4th.
seconds.
Trying to buy time at the end of a field goal make if it does go through the uprights. What a battle. Looking for their first win against a ranked Big Ten team in over a decade.
Kevin, I can't help but go back to our conversation with Lovie Smith yesterday afternoon. We were talking about all the holes and all the stuff that could go wrong or whatever, and he just kind of had enough at the end, and he said, look, he said,
don't be surprised.
Don't be surprised if we win. Did he say if or when?
I think he said win. And then he just said, don't be surprised.
Yes, exactly.
And he and his white beard were out the door.
I love this. This is what college football is all about. They're going to kick the field goal.
Second down. Here's Brown. And Brown down to the 22-yard line. And Paul Chryst will use his third and final timeout.
Third and final team charge timeout. Wisconsin. 1 minute.
Now remember, McCourt has missed today. He missed from 40 on the second series of the day earlier.
But got in the right position for a right-footed kicker. You're taking it. And so he's not going to push it. He's not going to hook it. That's the right angle.
There's McCourt, the man of the hour. The junior from Parkland, Florida.
Sad that it has to come down to a kicker.
He will have a little bit of a helping wind as well today. That breeze blowing at his back.
Yeah, I'm looking at the goalpost and I don't really see anything. And at the other goalpost, it's pushing the other way. There's the flag is pushing, like you said, at his back. But it's at the open end of the stadium.
So it's third down. Illinois will have one more chance to set this up perfectly from McCourt, trying for a program-changing win in Lovie Smith's fourth year. Here's Brown, and Brown trying to burrow forward, gets to the 21-yard line, and now Illinois will run it down for one kick. One kick to change a season, one kick to change a program.
Second team charge timeout, Illinois. 30 seconds.
The Illini fans are applauding their team. They did exactly what they hoped they could do. Give themselves a chance to win a big game.
And a chance to pull off arguably the biggest upset of the college football season. James McCourt with Blake Hayes to hold. This will be a 39-yard try for the win. They're holding their breath in Madison. They're holding their breath in Champaign. They'll let you know. The first time Wisconsin trails all year is as that kick goes through the uprights to give Illinois the biggest upset of the college football season. What a homecoming for the Illini. They knock Wisconsin from the ranks of the unbeaten 24-23. The final in Champaign, and James McCourt, the hero on homecoming. No doubter for James McCourt. And Matt Millen, whatever they found in the second half against Michigan, they found it again today, and they deliver a landscape-shaking victory in the Big Ten.
Kevin, what they found was confidence, and they played with confidence all game long.
Well, you know the head coach has to be thrilled. Lovie Smith is with our Rick Pizzo.
among one of the craziest celebratory scenes I've ever seen covering Big Ten football. Lovey, you told us Friday not to be surprised if we saw a result that would shock the college football world. Why did you feel that way?
Well, we've been close a couple times, you know, where we felt like we had a chance to win the game. We had a great game plan. We're healthy now, and when we're healthy, we're a pretty good football team. All the credit goes to these guys. We finally finished the game.
How about the way your defense played, especially in the second half, when they needed to come up with a play every time they did exactly that?
They stood up. It's always about the turnover ratio. Our guys know how important that is. That big pick by Tony Adams, that really kind of set us.
Lovey, what can a win like this do for your program moving forward as you try to build what you set out to build here in Champaign?
We hope that more people take notice. We got a great new facility. We're a better football team. And then hopefully people will just start taking us and look at us as a team that can contend each week.
Lastly, before we let you go and enjoy the rest of this celebration, take me inside your mind. What is going through a coach's brain when the balance of this game relies on one play and one kick?
Well, I felt confident. I knew we had a good field goal kicker, but for our program, we needed to get a signature win. I was just hoping the day was the day, and the day came.
Lovey, you certainly enjoy it, so go celebrate. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Too often that gets
James,
thrown
yep,
around. A signature win, it applies here, Matt.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
a signature win if I've ever seen one for Lovie Smith and this Illinois team.
I said it earlier in the broadcast, two of the best people and best coaches were on the field today. I couldn't be happier for Lovie.
Let's go back downstairs to Rick Pizzo.
Kevin, thank you. James, we just heard your head coach, Lovie Smith, tell me what was going through his mind as you were lining up for that potential game-winning kick. What was going through your mind?
You know, nothing but silence and put it through the uprights. You know, everything I worked for, it's just amazing that I could help the team and this coaching staff and this university, just help them succeed in something we've wanted for so long. And, it feels amazing. It just feels amazing. It feels amazing.
You had missed one earlier in the game.
Yeah.
How do you put that out of your mind when you know what was on the line with that one kick?
I just have to put it behind me. Every good sportsman, sportswoman, they can fall and they can put it behind them. It's just moving on to your next opportunity, moving on to the next kick. It's something I work towards every day in practice.
And as they cheer Lovie, this man, James McCourt, will go down in Illini lore, one of the biggest wins ever here in Champaign. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Kev?